What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with a little bit of Marvel Strike Force. This is a game I've been playing for quite a while on mobile, but I did just recently start a newer account because I kind of wanted to have that excitement of leveling up through the beginning stages of the game again, and also to hopefully avoid some of the mistakes I made on my main account, which is right around level 60, and I've kind of gotten into the bit of the grindy gameplay there, and was just looking for something a bit refreshing here, and also just wanted to share another game with you guys that I play from time to time, and especially during this stay-at-home time. I've been playing a lot of my mobile games in addition to my PC and console, so just something fun. I thought we could make some content for the channel, and we'll see how, if you guys enjoy this, maybe I'll continue doing this as kind of a play along to kind of show you guys a newer account. This game is available on Android, your iPhone as well. You can play it on tablet. You can download BlueStacks and play it on your PC, which is what I'm doing here. But just wanted to kind of share the game with you guys and check it out. Now, I have just started this new account. I already went through the little mini tutorial where you get your first couple of characters, and they kind of teach you like how to play the game. I think we're level 2 right now, and we just got our first login calendar here as a new player. So it's kind of cool with the login rewards. They give you a lot of character shards, a lot of cool stuff. They're much more generous, in my opinion, than the other big game I play, which is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which I may share with you from time to time here as well. But so this month, looks like we can get Deadpool, Thor, and also Captain America, which is pretty cool. So we already collected our 5 Deadpool shards. We go down to our May login rewards on day 1. Looks like it already automatically collected these. So we got a Mysterio shard. We got 25 orbs. And then we got 250 gold fragments for gold orbs. So that's pretty cool. So we can go ahead and click out of here. I'm actually in my mailbox on the main page. Let me kind of show you guys the main overlay for the game. This is kind of the page you'll start on. It gives you all your little areas you can go to. Now, since we're only level 2, we can't really do much right now except play the campaign. You can see the arena requires player level 30. Challenges unlock at level 8. Milestones unlock after we finish the Chapter 1 Heroes campaign, as do events. Here's where your campaigns are. You've got Blitz at level 14. Your Alliance will open at level 20. Raids and all this other fun stuff here as well. So we'll be getting into that as we progress through the game. Right now we're going to kind of just focus on the basics. Let's go ahead and open up our other free orb that we have here and see if we get anything decent with this. Alright, we got 5 Psylocke shards. That's pretty cool. So this game is pretty fun, and I actually got into it after starting DC Legends. I kind of like the Marvel characters a little bit more, and the cool thing about this game is you can collect all of the characters. They've got some really cool art models that they've done of all the characters. The graphics in this game are pretty good, and it's also the gameplay is very good as well. And unlike Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you don't get punished for unlocking as many heroes as you want to, so you can kind of collect who you want and kind of play the game in your own style. Now, just to kind of give you guys a heads up, this is going to mainly be free-to-play on this account, so it's probably going to be slow going. I may buy some of the offers now and then. This game will give you, looks like we don't have any quite yet. They haven't started to offer them yet, but you can buy, of course, the currency. The power cores in this game are like the premium currency, and we'll talk about those a little bit later. You've got your orbs that help you unlock things, get more gold. Unlike characters, you don't really want to spend power shards on these, but you'll get plenty of orbs pretty much for free just by playing the game. That's where a lot of your stuff is going to come from. Okay, Black Widow is going to tell us about supplies, even though I already know what's going on with these. But this is where you can come and you can buy gear, you can buy character shards. Again, you really don't want to be spending much of your gold on gear because you get these from orbs. And gold, you can see up here we have about almost 18,000 gold, is going to be your primary currency in the game to actually level up your characters and keep them current on your roster. So you actually want to kind of hoard your gold in this game versus the premium currency and the power cores. It's actually kind of interesting how that works. You've got other areas of the store here that we'll unlock later. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Coming at this game, especially on an alternate account, I'm going to kind of be coming at this from an area where I'm not necessarily going to play the meta. When I play these mobile games, I know the bigger streamers, the bigger YouTubers have this meta they play. You've got to have the main characters like Ultron and all that stuff, but I like to have fun, and I like to build, kind of fun teams and unique teams. It's one of the ways I play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes as well, and I've still managed to be effective at it. But one of the goals in these free-to-play series is kind of show you guys how to take advantage of what the game gives you. So we'll also be looking at that a little bit. The heroes that the game gives us for free, trying to develop those. We'll get quite a few unlocks, and we'll see what we can build from that. All right, see, we got our inbox. We have a welcome gift. Looks like we're going to get 50 power cores. That's pretty cool. Go ahead and get rid of that. And maintenance complete. Thank you for your patience. I got this on my main account earlier. This was, they had some issues they were working on. So this is the other cool thing about this game that I really like. It seems like the developers are somewhat in tune whenever there's issues with the game. They are not shy about giving you free currency, free items, free shards, and they're usually pretty responsive. I know a couple months ago there was a pretty big boycott of the game, and that kind of opened their eyes a little bit. But I think as far as mobile game developers go, they are pretty responsive. Fox Next Games, not too bad. All right, so we can look at our daily objectives. You can see here we have 3 heroes missions and equip 1 piece of gear. We're not going to worry about the gear right now. Let's go ahead and go into our campaign, and we're going to play the Heroes Assemble campaign. We've already done the first 2 missions. Now, the way this game progresses is you kind of play through each mission in the campaign. You have campaign energy that you have to use in order to fight these, and if you get the 3 gold medals, you can actually automatically replay that mission to get the drops and items, and that's one of the main ways you're going to actually farm character shards. And one of the things I do like about this game is instead of having an easy and a hard node for each part of the campaign, normally in most games you have to play the hard nodes to farm character shards. In this game they just have the character shards kind of spaced out within the regular campaign. So, all right, let's go ahead and go into here. We're actually fighting against the Kingpin. Another cool thing about this game is it does have a little bit of story to it, so you get kind of these little small cutscenes in between each battle, which is kind of fun. Something a lot of these games sometimes tend to ignore. You're basically trying to defend Nexus Earth from Ultimus, who attacks with all these cloned heroes, and you have to fight against them and try to save the world. And some of the dialogue is pretty hilarious, especially later on. There's some good stuff between like Punisher and Rocket Raccoon, and there can be some pretty hilarious comments between these guys. All right, so we're going to go in and character with trait synergies. Okay, so this basically shows you when you have certain characters, they have certain, I don't know why I won't close this thing off. Let's put Spider-Man back out here. Okay, there we go. All right, so it will kind of tell you what synergy you have with each character. So you can get the assist now with Luke Cage and Spider-Man, and also with the Shield Medic. So when you're building your teams, you actually kind of have to pay attention to what traits your teammates have, and also what tags they have. Like certain city heroes will be like City Heroes or Shield Heroes or Avengers, X-Men, etc. Pretty much all the groups you have in the comics are going to be in the game, and you get better team synergy when you pair up characters from those synergies. So right now we just have Spider-Man, Luke Cage, and the Shield Medic, who the game will give you when you first start. Luke Cage is part of Defenders. He's also a pretty good tank early in the game, so he's a pretty decent character they give you. Shield Medic is also good. She's a great shield minion that you want to level up, especially for later when you get Nick Fury. And Spider-Man is kind of, he's okay. He's decent early on, but on my main account, he's somebody I haven't touched since about level 20 or so, so I don't know how long we'll stick with him here. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into some actual gameplay. I've been rambling long enough on this first episode of, well, we'll see if this will wind up being a series or not. Just kind of depends on whether or not people are interested in this. But quite honestly, I just like to show you guys what games I'm playing, create some stuff for the channel. All right, so we're going to be fighting the Mercenaries here. And for a mobile game, like I said, the graphics here are pretty cool. And you get a little bit of dialogue in each one of these. Now, I'm going to play this actually on 2x here. I like to speed it up a little bit. And you can just, we're going to be using our basic abilities here to start off with. We just got Spider-Man. Now our Shield Medic, she has her gun here, and she can also heal. And then Luke Cage is a tank, so he can taunt and also attack the enemies. So let's use Spider-Man special here. And we're pretty good on health, so we can keep shooting away here. All right, Luke Cage is taking some damage from that taunt. You see up in the top left corner, it tells you how many enemies you have left to kill. And you want to try to kill them all without losing any characters, because that way you can actually, that's how you get your 3 gold medals, so you can automatically play the game later, or replay it automatically. All right, so we're going to heal up here. Probably don't need to, but just to kind of show you guys the different abilities. And we'll attack this mercenary again. But I love how smooth the game plays and how good it looks. Just there's a lot of other mobile games out there these days that aren't quite up to this standard right now. All right, so here comes the Kingpin. Spider-Man's going to give him some crap here, so we're going to just jump in and attack these guys. You saw Spider-Man actually attack Kingpin at the end of his turn there and use their special abilities. Sometimes your characters will get extra attacks. And he's going to summon a minion. Certain characters in the game can summon minions. And this guy actually has a taunt, so we're not going to be able to attack anybody else till we get through him. So pretty standard mechanics for this type of game. Luke Cage is taking some damage here. You can see there, that's the assist. You had Spider-Man and Luke Cage both attacking the same guy. I'm not going to taunt here because Cage is on the verge of getting killed, so we don't want him taking any excess damage right now until we can heal him up, because we want to go for that 3 medals so we can auto this match later. All right, this should finish him off here. All right, so here's Nick Fury. And this is kind of explaining the concept of the orbs and how you get hero shards from the orbs. And you're basically just going to be playing through this campaign in order to get to that point. All right, so we got our first gear drop, and as you go through this first initial bit, they're going to basically keep teaching you how to play the game. So you can see from getting that victory, we got some training manuals, we got some gold, we got some experience, and we got a piece of gear. And he's probably going to tell us how to equip that gear now, which is a pretty basic concept. Spider-Man could use some new web shit. Okay, cool. So we go to our roster. And anytime you get a gear piece for a new character, it's going to show up as a little green plus sign. And you're basically just going to go in and click on that. And like he's saying here, every time you get all your gear slots filled in, that'll upgrade your tier. And that's how you get stronger and get your characters leveled up. You see your power here. That number will get quite a bit higher. Like 84 is at level 2. My best character on my account around level 60, I think, is Wolverine, and he's at like 26,000 right now. So, and it goes quite a bit higher than that. So we have a long ways to go. All right, so you can see all the stats came up when we actually equipped that gear piece. Check back often to equip new gear. And managing gear is very important in games like this, so we'll talk about that a little bit later as we get deeper into the game, but you want to make sure you're not wasting gear on characters you're not going to use or not level up. It can be very tempting to go in, especially early in the game when you're getting stuff at a constant rate, to go in and be spending all your resources and leveling up characters that later on you're probably going to regret. That's something I did in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and also the first time I started playing Marvel Strike Force, so we're going to go through that and make sure we don't do that. So you see now we have some new daily objectives. Eventually you'll get about 10 or so of these that you'll finish each day to get Wolverine shards. He's pretty easy to unlock that way, and he's also pretty solid hero early on. But here we have 2 more missions, and then we have 10 total campaign missions. So that's where we'll get that from. So we're going to go back into the campaign just to show you that automatic feature. If you want to go, let's go save back to this mission. Now we have the auto win option. If you click on that, it's going to give you a preset number that you can do it. You can do it once, 3 times, or all 10 times. So just when you click on that, it's going to spend your campaign energy. In this case, we are going to level up. You're going to level up a lot when you're first playing the game. It's going to be very easy to level up. You're going to have a ton of energy and a ton of resources coming in. So here's the rewards we got. We got 54 experience, almost 5,000 gold, 27 training manuals. These are also very important for leveling your characters up. And again, you don't want to waste these because they are going to be a little bit more difficult to come by later on. And it's going to cost a lot of them to level up your characters once you get to a certain point. You can refresh these for 50 power cores. We're not going to do that right now because we don't really have too many power cores. But once you start getting a decent amount of power cores, Really, the only thing you want to spend them on is refreshing some of these nodes that have character shards. That way you can farm characters a little bit more effectively. Alright, so let's go in and go ahead and do campaign 1-4. We track the truck to covert Hydra base. Alright, cool. So we're going to go fight some Hydra guys. And again, we still just have our 3 characters. We're going to be playing with them for a while. I think the game will give us Punisher here once we get through some of these initial campaign stages. And that's when you kind of have to decide early on if you want to go with the heroes that the game provides you. You can build a pretty decent city hero team early on with Punisher, Luke Cage, and Spider-Man as your main 3 of it. But you're also going to get some other unlock nodes. It's really easy to get the shield minions early in the game, and that's actually the route I went on my main account. I've got a lot of the shield characters already, and they're kind of cool because they help you get Iron Man pretty early in the game. Don't really need taunt right here. We're just going to attack these guys with basics and try to get through them as quickly as possible, because these first initial stages can be pretty tedious when you're first starting to build up your roster and get through it. But you just want to kind of play through and keep progressing as far as you can. Eventually you'll reach a point where you cannot get through the campaign nodes, where you want to focus on building up your team a little bit. There's an initial stage early on where you have to fight Ultron. It's just really difficult, so you have to kind of grind out some shards and some gear to build up your characters. And actually, after this match, I should probably go and level up my characters, since we've gotten up to level 4. Alright, so we got 4 enemies to fight here. We're in this kind of weird looking Hydra lab here. And again, like, that's what I really like about this game. It kind of brings you into the world a little bit. The character designs are really well done. The characters, they don't necessarily look like their comic book versions or their MCU versions, and that's kind of the neat thing, is they actually kind of give them all their own unique design, which is pretty cool. All right, we're going to fight Crossbones here. He's actually a villain we will get unlocked early on for our villains campaign. And he's halfway decent. Alright, so we got another 3 medal victory. We just completed an achievement. Okay. Kind of the annoying thing early is they keep giving you this tutorial stuff that you have to click through. Alright, so achievements, pretty self-explanatory. This one here is our initial one. It's going to give us 44 Punisher shards and 5,000 gold. The character you do get through achievements is the Incredible Hulk. He's okay. He's not as good as he should be for kind of the stature he has as a character. But he's okay, and you get him pretty quickly. Alright, so we have to fight this mission to get the Punisher, who happens to be one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time. And quite honestly, one of the more underrated MCU movies, in my opinion. Well, actually, I don't think it's considered part of the MCU, but the initial Tom Jane Punisher film that everyone forgets about. It actually came out before the first Iron Man. It was one of the first Marvel movies. And actually really liked Tom Jane's take on the Punisher. I thought he did really good with that movie. A lot of people didn't like it, and a lot of people, quite honestly, forgot about it. But that was one of my favorite initial superhero movies. The sequels were kind of stupid, but the one with Tom Jane was really good. Really well done. And you see there, Winter Soldier just like one-shot my shield medic. So that's one of the things I was saying, where some of these characters, you get a little difficult later on. He just took out Luke Cage one shot. So we're going to have to go level up some people before we can get through this. And I think that's kind of why they intentionally kind of make you lose, so you get the option to go to your roster to continue. And now we're going to have to go and go build up our roster a little bit here before we can progress. So let's go back out to the main page. And you can see here we do have some gear pieces we can equip too, which is good. Let's start with Shield Medic. We'll go ahead and equip some of these. See her power goes up a little bit with each one. And you can see as we level up, it takes away training manuals. That's why I was saying you want to keep an eye on those later in the game when you're trying to focus on your roster. Alright, we've got another gear piece to equip here. And we can go to Luke Cage. And we will train him up to level 4. We got some more gear we can equip. Some of the gear will be level dependent. You won't be able to equip it until you reach a certain point. And then over here you actually have your abilities, which we'll unlock and talk about a little bit more when we get more into the game. Now over here on the right, I was telling you about the tags. Here you can see Luke Cage as a hero. You also see villain as a tag. He's a city hero. Bio is a tag. It's for a type of gear they can use. He's a protector, which means he's kind of like a tank character that keeps your other characters safe. And then Defender is the group he's part of. So that's like with Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Daredevil. If you put them on a team together, they give you a pretty decent squad. All right, so down here at the bottom too, there's a little heart icon. If you want to favorite a character, you can favorite them. That will keep them at the very top of your roster. But we're not gonna. We only have 3 characters unlocked right now, so we're not gonna worry too much about that. Let's bring Spider-Man up to level 4. And we don't have any gear for him, so we're going to try to see if we can fight that. Oh, we did get the daily mission stuff done, so let's go ahead and claim these. And now we have another one to make 3 supply purchases. So, and that brought us up to level 6, so we might as well just go in here and bring everybody up. Now you can see on the left side a little high roller window popped up. That's for a milestone, which is for a type of orb you can get later on. But now that we're bringing everybody up to level 6, we should actually have no trouble, hopefully beating that Punisher mission. And we got another achievement to spend 5,000 gold. Go ahead and claim that. And like I was saying too with the supplies, now you do have a daily mission every day to buy 3 supplies. Other than that, you really don't want to be wasting gold on this stuff. But what you want to look for when you come in here, anything with this little green dot is actually a piece of gear you need for one of your characters. And when you click on it, it'll tell you what characters can actually use that. So we're going to go ahead and pick up that one. And it doesn't look like anything else. So in this case, we're just going to buy 2 other pieces to fulfill our daily quest. And once that's done, we can claim that daily objective. That's going to give us, looks like, another level up. So now we're level 7. We got another achievement. We made 2 supply purchases. And these achievements will update as you go. So you can see we have one for equipping 10 pieces of gear. That'll go up as well. And we've reached player level 8. So every time you get to one of these, you get all these little items. So it's pretty nice. All right. Early on, like I said, you're going to level up a lot. It's going to come kind of fast and furious. You're going to get a lot of gear. You're going to feel like you're making great progression. Let me tell you, you do hit a wall later on, especially with gold. That's why it's so important early on in the game to save up your gold so you have it to level up characters later. You can see right now it costs 315 gold to go up 1 level. On my main account at level 60 right now, it costs about 100,000 gold to go up 1 level, plus the training manuals, so it gets pretty expensive. Alright, let's see if we can beat this campaign mission now. And we have to watch this again. Alright, so we should be a little bit stronger this time, so we don't get one shot by Winter Soldier. Who surprisingly is not a very good character in this game. Even though he's kind of cool in the movies, he's not really a great character in this game. Alright, let's try this again. We're back for the rematch. All right, so you can see we got 2 bars now instead of 1, so our characters are a little bit better. Oh, we got a nice double kill critical hit there. That was pretty good from Spider-Man. But these guys aren't exactly that tough to beat, especially now that we've leveled up quite a bit. All right, so that's going to give us our 4th hero now. We're going to be able to pick up the Punisher. It'll have you unlock him automatically here. So look at Taskmaster. They just added him into the game. He just came in, I think, like yesterday. New agents can be recruited. So anytime you get enough shards to unlock a character, it'll give you a little red dot and it'll let you recruit them. And they cost varying amounts of gold to recruit. All right, so we got a 2-star Punisher. We're going to go ahead and level him up. Level 7. And we'll go ahead and put his gear in. Punisher's a pretty good hero. He's pretty solid. And you see, again, he's a city hero. So early on in the game, they give you quite a few city heroes. So that's kind of one of your early synergies that you're going to have. You can see all the other. I mean, there's so many heroes in this game. You just got all kinds. You know, heroes like Black Widow, Ant-Man. You know, the Avengers are all here for the most part. Captain Marvel, Captain America, most of the Spider-Man, Carnage. They just recently brought Thanos' minions in, so Corvus Glaive. So we'll start unlocking quite a few of these characters later on. Now it's interesting because on my main account, I actually got Groot as my gift character. I got a 3-star Groot to start the game. That was very helpful. And then right when I came in, they also did a Hela giveaway where they gave away 100 Hela shards. So I got Hela right away too, which she's very good to have, especially if you're early in the account. But yeah, you just kind of see here all the different characters they have. And if you played the game, you already know about this, but this is kind of for anybody who hasn't played this game before, to kind of see all the different heroes that you can unlock as you play through the game. So it's pretty cool. All right, we got another achievement. We got 10 pieces of gear equipped. So actually we're building a pretty decent amount of gold. We've got 250 power cores almost already. So that's stuff we are not going to spend if we can avoid it. Now if you do come into supplies, if you click on orbs, this is again where you're going to be able to unlock some other things. It'll kind of show you here how much you've collected, and once you reach that number, you can actually get an orb for free. And that way you don't have to pay power cores in order to get the orbs. You really don't want to waste power cores on orbs if you can avoid it. As you can see, they're all very expensive. And it's all RNG on the rolls, so you're usually not going to get very good rolls. But you'll unlock most of these orbs just by playing the game. Milestone orbs you get quite a bit, and those are pretty cool. They give you some decent characters. So, all right, let's jump back into it. We're about at 30 minutes. That's probably what I'm going to limit these episodes to. So I'm just going to play a couple more campaign matches now that we have. We'll just try to finish the first stage. All right, let's go ahead and jump in here. Now we got the Punisher. Colonel Fury says you need some firepower. Yeah, Punisher's always good for some firepower. All right, so now we can put Punisher into the lineup. And he's also got some synergy there with Luke Cage as well. So Punisher's also got some AoE attacks, which can hit multiple characters on the other team when you're fighting against the bad guys. So that's a good thing too. All right, so now we're fighting Red Skull, who he also is a new character, just came into the game recently as a playable character. But he's always been a long-time villain here. So let's just go ahead and open up, take out this guy. Now Red Skull can summon minions as well. So here we have Punisher's Basic, which is just kind of a regular assault rifle attack. He's also got a grenade launcher. You see there, he just summoned the minion up here. Go ahead and just attack with Luke Cage. Take Red Skull out. If you can, you want to try to take out the boss, like the major enemies first, so that they can't really do much damage to your team. All right, we'll go ahead and use the grenade there. You can see it also hit the guy next to him, so some of your AoE attacks, they'll hit the characters adjacent to them. That's something you also want to pay attention to when you're putting your team slots in, is like Luke Cage is a tank, so if he gets hit with attack, it could hit the characters around him, so you want to put him in certain areas so that the squishier characters don't get hit. All right, so another victory. Punisher's a nice addition to the team. And we got 2 more matches to get through in order to get to the end of the hero campaign. I'm doing it my way. I love the Punisher. Such a great character. And that's what I also, I mentioned a couple times the things I like about this game, even for a mobile game. Like, they give the characters their personality, from the comics or from the TV shows or the movies. So they stay pretty true to it. It's pretty cool. So here we have the Hydra Operators who are sending these orbs to the portals. This is kind of an objective style mission. It'll tell you down here, special objective, you want to take out the operator before they get to stage 4. So essentially if they get to stage 4, you wind up losing the match. So you can see here you've got these 2 guys. Those are guys we want to take out. And you got all the mercenaries over here. I think they can taunt eventually, but right now we want to focus on taking out these guys. And usually when you take these guys out, a lot of the times, depending on what kind of mission it is, it will end the mission ahead of time. So it's kind of cool that way. There's also missions where you will have an operator on your team that you have to protect, or a character on your team you have to protect while they do something special. And in those cases as well, as they finish their objective, you complete the mission, regardless of how well your team is doing. Every time I get an assist, it's like the guy's already dead, so it doesn't really do anything. All right, so we stopped Hydra, and now we're going to go on to the next bit. Something big is coming this way. All right, so that's all done there. We got one more mission to finish the first part of the hero campaign. And now here we have another shard node as well. This will unlock shards of Yondu, who's for the Ravagers that are in this game, he's okay. He's not bad. He's not a great character, but he's decent. Not necessarily something you want to focus on farming early on, but he's not too bad. You make it sound so easy. You got to say that about Punisher. He's very simple and effective. Kind of really the only annoying thing about the game is the loading screens, but they're actually not bad on PC. They're much worse if you're on a mobile, depending on your connection. All right, so we're going to fight some Kree. And we got 4 players to take out here, looks like. So there's going to be 3 this initial wave, and then probably a boss at the end of this. All right, we need to try. We'll see. Punisher's got a heal block status on him, which is not good. That means he can't be healed right now. So until that falls off, let's go ahead and taunt with Cage so we keep Punisher from getting whacked. And now we can get a heal out. Uh-oh, it's the Hulk. Look how small he is, though. It's hilarious how small his character model is here. You'll find out here, too, at the end. This is like a clone Hulk who's been possessed by the enemy team. And you can see he's not very, even though he's Hulk, he's not very strong. So we should be able to take him down pretty quick here. So here's where Fury. This is where they start to tell the initial story, where he's from alternate dimensions. All right, so that is the pretty much it for the first bit of the hero campaign. That's kind of your initial like tutorial playthrough. And now we start off with we go into chapter 2. You can't get through to see the other chapters, but as you go through it, I don't know if it, I won't tell you what it unlocks here, but you'll get more stuff and more character shards. So I think let's go out to the main. Okay, here, see if we have any objectives. We'll get some free. You get periodically get some free campaign energy, so you always want to check back to see if you can get that. Okay, we've unlocked events, so Nick Fury's not going to let us do what we want. We have to go do what he wants us to do. Okay, so special events. They last for a limited time. So here, it's going to make me do this, really. So here you're going to fight through, and you actually can get Elektra, and you can get Crossbones. They're going to be your first 2 villain characters. You'll have to get a third through some other means. I believe the game will only give you the 2 villain characters. Now, some campaign missions you can use in a mixed roster, but like for the hero campaign, you have to use all hero characters. The villain campaign, you have to use all villain characters. Your blitz and arena teams, you can kind of mix and match and use whoever you want. And then when you get into some of the later campaigns, you could use different heroes together, like cosmic heroes. So you can put like Thanos and Captain Marvel on the same team. So it's kind of cool. All right, so we got Daredevil, who's going to be on our team now, kind of as a borrowed character. So he's kind of a good character to get early if you're going to go for the defenders. A lot of people suggest you go for defenders early on, as they are one of the early meta teams. There's a couple early teams you can go for. Defenders, Guardians of the Galaxy are pretty good too. Surprisingly, the AIM team is also pretty solid, especially once you get the Scientist Supreme unlocked. I don't know what way we'll go, what we'll focus on with this account. I kind of have some ideas of what I want to do since this is my second account, and I've played through my first account pretty far, and kind of have some ideas of what to do and what not to do. Okay, so Daredevil and Elektra are going to have a little conversation here. And we're going to get some Elektra shards. Now, these events will allow you to unlock characters to add to your roster. It's a good way to get some extra characters unlocked. So we got enough to actually recruit Elektra. We'll go ahead and unlock her, because like I said, there's really no penalty to getting more characters. It's not like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, where you have like your galactic power, and every time you unlock a character or a ship, it contributes to your galactic power, which determines like who you fight in some of your PvP matches. You don't really have to worry about that here, so that's kind of a good thing. It kind of actually lets you collect characters in a character collection game, which is the whole point. Something that CG and EA don't seem to understand with Galaxy of Heroes. Now, Elektra is actually a really decent character, so I don't mind spending some resources on her. You can keep going all the way through to the end here to get more shards for her. I'm not going to do that right now because obviously I don't want this video to go on any longer. We also have the Crossbones Event, which you can see we get 45 of him pretty quickly, so that's good. But if I do these, I'll do them probably off video, just to have those ready for next time. We got our inbox, recruit Crossbones. Okay. And what else can I show you guys real quick? Let's see, roster we have. Okay, so we have some, anytime you have a gear piece you can equip, it'll give you a little red dot up here to tell you have something new in your roster. Let me show you guys milestones before we go. So we have Save the World. You get milestones for spending campaign energy. And you can see here you get different rewards based on what tier you get through. You get orb shards, you get power cores, character shards, gear pieces. So the further you can go, the better your rewards will be. So we'll claim the first one there. And then High Rollers, if you're spending gold, it's kind of the same thing. It gives you all kinds of orbs and gear fragments and all kinds of stuff. So that's how you're going to earn some extra gear as you play through the game. So let's do this before we go. Let's go back to stage 1. And basically how you're going to farm character shards once you get these unlocked is you see here we have 4 out of 5 attempts remaining for the day. That will reset every single day. If you click on Punisher here, we need 55 more shards to get him up to the next level. And he's a character worth farming early on. And so basically to farm this character, you're just going to come in, and after you 3-star it, you can auto win. And we can do it 4 times because we already played it once. And you can see there, RNG, we didn't get any shards. Now, early on, you don't want to be blowing your power cores too much, but to kind of show you guys here, we're going to go ahead and refresh. It'll ask you if you want to spend them first, since it is a premium currency. And then we can do another 5 matches. That's also going to level us up since we're still early in the game. We're going to get a ton of experience early on. And we got some more campaign energy and got some more power cores. So you see there we got 4 shards of the Punisher. And that's essentially how you're going to unlock these characters. It's going to take a while. It's not anything that's instant. You'll be helped out a little bit by getting the orbs in the supply store. And we can now access chests. See, I'm just unlocking too much stuff now. It's like the video doesn't want me to stop. And challenges here, this is how you get some extra gear. It's pretty cool. Okay, so you have Gold Rush. If you go in here, you can actually get gold orbs and extra gold. And you can see as you go through each tier, the amount you get increases. On my main account, I'm on tier 8 and 9 on most of these, so you can do 3 attempts of these each day when they're up. So you can see that gives you quite a bit of gold. Medical supply lets you charge. This lets you play Blitz, and you want to definitely go after these because Blitz is one of the most important game modes you can play. You can get training manuals, ability enhancements, which we'll go into in a later video, orb fragments, catalysts, all kinds of stuff. So you can see now we got all kinds of stuff unlocked, and we're only at level 8, so the game kind of throws a lot at you early on, and you do progress very quickly, but like I said, that's going to slow down quite a bit once we get into the later levels. Okay, let's go ahead and claim this. You can see again, just for reaching the next level, we'll get 30 shards of the shield medic. So all kinds of ways to unlock characters early on. But alright guys, that's going to do it for this first episode of Let's Play Marvel Strike Force. Let me know down below in the comments if you enjoy this kind of content, if it's something you want to see more of. I may just drop a Marvel Strike Force video now and again just to kind of have a little fun with the game, and it's one of the games I do play quite a bit, so I like to share the content with you guys. So anyways guys, I hope you're having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.